You're listening to the Christian Post Daily Podcast. Today is Monday, August 3rd. Marriott is facing sharp criticism after a tour company licensed to use its brand began selling trips through Nagorno-Karabakh, the region Azerbaijan emptied of more than 120,000 ethnic Armenian Christians in 2023, an expulsion former International Criminal Court prosecutors have assessed as genocide. The 14-hour tour from Baku, listed on Marriott's Bonvoy Tours and Activities platform, earned travelers Bonvoy points and even advertised permission to enter Karabakh zone while never using the word Armenian. The Center for Armenian Research and Analysis, which titled its report Genocide Tourism, wrote, "The domain is Marriott's, the brand is Marriott's, the loyalty points are Marriott's." Dadi Lajasan of Save the Persecuted Christians called it obscene, adding, "This isn't a good look for the Marriott brand." The webpage has since been deactivated. A Mississippi pastor who preached through the entire Bible in 96 consecutive hours says the ordeal drew not only exhaustion, but curses from occultists, one of whom is now a Christian. Pastor Matthew Olson of First Baptist Church of Sharon in Jones County preached nonstop from Genesis to Revelation between May 30th and June 4th, setting an unofficial world record. About a week later, he says he received a text from a college-age woman named Lindsay who wrote, "God used you to save me during the 96 hours. I was a witch up until last week." She said she and friends watched the live stream and called curses on him. "We knew you would die. We wanted you to die, but you didn't." Lindsay says she heard Olson speak her name and was baptized days later. Christian author and pro-life advocate Ryan Bomberger is blasting a federal appeals court ruling against an Oregon public school employee fired for displaying children's books written by Bomberger and his wife, Bethany. Roderick Theus, a clinical social worker and education specialist at LeGrand Middle School, displayed He is He, She is She, and Matt Walsh's Johnny the Walrus in his office. After a 2024 complaint, the district ordered him to remove them or face termination. On July 21st, a three-judge Ninth Circuit panel ruled 2-1 against Theis, with Judge John Owens writing that the First Amendment protects a public employee's speech only when he speaks as a citizen rather than as part of his official duties. Bomberger called the decision outrageous and absurd, insisting government workers don't lose their First Amendment right when they step onto taxpayer-funded property. Judge Lawrence Van Dyke dissented. Alliance Defending Freedom represents Theis. A 2,500-year-old coin minted in Cyprus has turned up on a beach in Ashdod in southern Israel, offering fresh evidence of ancient trade and travel between the two lands during the biblical era. The coin was spotted last month by Avi Chaprak, deputy director of Ashdod's beaches department, who normally helps beachgoers recover lost keys and jewelry. He promptly handed it to the Israel Antiquities Authority, which says no coin like it has ever been found in Israel. Researchers date it to the mid-5th century BC in Salamis on Cyprus's eastern coast under Persian rule. Weighing about 11 grams, the siglos is silver-plated base metal and bears a reclining ram. Chaprak said, "If through this act I contributed another small piece towards the research and history of the land of Israel, then that is a great honor for me." A Texas higher education agency has ordered Harvest Christian University of Dallas, the self-described Christian university that handed singer Chris Brown an honorary doctorate, to stop offering degrees and to stop calling itself a university. Brown went viral in May flaunting an honorary Doctor of Philosophy in Visual and Performing Arts, but quietly deleted those posts. Founded in 2010 by Archbishop Carl Robinson, HCU bills itself as an indigenous school and Royal Accredited University, though no institution recognized by the U.S. Department of Education has accredited it, and its faculty page lists no credentialed professors. Other honorees include Busta Rhymes and Virginia Beach mayoral candidate Sabrina Wooten, who said, "I've always distinguished it as an honorary degree." The Phoenix campus of La Luz del Mundo, Mexico's largest evangelical church, is constructing a $1 million clergy home, even as the church's global leader, Nason Joaquin Garcia, directs the organization from prison while serving a 17-year sentence for sexually assaulting 3 underage girls from his congregation. The 3-story, 6-bedroom, 5.5-bathroom residence beside the downtown campus will also provide meeting spaces for the continued development of our religious and charitable activities as a growing Christian church, the church said. Construction began in late January. Garcia pleaded guilty in 2022 when Los Angeles judge Ronald Cohen called him a sexual predator, saying, "I'll never cease to be amazed at what some people do in the name of religion." Last August, Garcia, his mother, and 4 associates were charged federally with racketeering and child exploitation. He's pleaded not guilty. Trial is set for March 2027. A Tennessee megachurch known for its generosity is now on the receiving end of prayers after a fire tore through its property. Flames broke out Monday morning at Overcoming Believers Church in Knoxville, badly damaging the building's cafeteria. No one was hurt. Tim Woods of the Knoxville Fire Department said a neighbor spotted smoke and flames, and crews knocked down the blaze in about an hour. This fire was in a big building and had the potential to become a very large and damaging fire, Woods said. The quick response and attack by the fire company saved the property. The cause remains unknown. Senior Pastor Daryl Arnold saw a spiritual and prophetic revelation in it, vowing to keep feeding the homeless. Just because there's a fire on Monday doesn't mean they don't need to eat on Tuesday, the church declared. The fire didn't stop the word. In April, the 2,500-member congregation gave 400 commuters $20 of free gas at its Gas and Glory event. Thank you for listening to the Christian Post Daily Podcast. We encourage you to follow the show in your podcast player of choice, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or third-party podcast players like Overcast and Pocket Casts. You can also download the Edifi app for free and listen to all the podcasts on the Edifi network by clicking the link in today's podcast show notes. We would also appreciate a 5-star rating in Apple Podcasts and Spotify to help us reach a wider audience with the Christian Post Daily Podcast. You can also subscribe to our daily newsletter and get the top headlines delivered to your inbox by clicking that link in the show notes as well. Thank you again for listening to the Christian Post Daily Podcast.